It is not illness, but rather the small, everyday mistakes we make that are quietly draining the strength from your legs. You might be taking your daily vitamins with the hope of living a healthier, longer life. But here's the irony. Those very pills could be the reason why you're getting up more slowly, walking more unsteadily, and eventually reaching a point where you are no longer strong enough to move freely. The damage does not come from somewhere far away. It comes from the smallest things we do on repeat, day after day. When we take vitamins not out of understanding but out of blind habit, we are planting the seeds of damage that our own bodies will have to pay for. In today's video, I am going to share with you 5 types of vitamins that older adults should be very cautious with, because instead of helping you stay healthy, they are quietly weakening your legs, disrupting your muscles and nerves, and silently reducing your ability to move around confidently. Before we get started, take a moment for yourself. Leave a comment as a promise to your body. I choose to understand. I do not choose blind habits. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on content that helps you live stronger, healthier, and wiser with every step you take in your golden years. Now, let's begin with the very first name on the list. 1. Vitamin A. Vitamin A has long been considered an essential nutrient for older adults. It is often associated with vision, immunity, and skin health, things we all want to preserve as we grow older. Many people maintain a daily habit of taking vitamin A supplements, or they may be unknowingly consuming it through cod liver oil, multivitamins, or fortified foods that promise better eyesight, radiant skin, and stronger immunity. However, very few stop to ask, how much vitamin A does my body actually need? And what happens if I take too much of it over a long period of time? Vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means it does not get flushed out of the body as easily as water-soluble vitamins. When taken in excess, it starts to accumulate in the liver and soft tissues, creating a form of silent toxicity that builds up over weeks, months, even years without you realizing it. And that very accumulation can lead to one of the most dangerous effects for older adults, making bones brittle and weak from the inside out. Unlike younger people, older adults have a slower metabolism and reduced liver and kidney function, which makes it harder for the body to process excess vitamin A. As a result, even if you are only taking small amounts from different sources, over time, vitamin A can still reach harmful levels. When the concentration becomes too high for too long, it starts to trigger bone loss, reducing bone density in key areas like your hips, thighs, and ankles, the very structures that keep you standing firm every day. Studies have shown that older adults with high levels of vitamin A in their blood have a significantly higher risk of fractures, even from minor slips or stumbles. What starts as a simple effort to protect your eyes could end up costing you your mobility, and with it, your independence. What makes this even more dangerous is that there are rarely any clear warning signs. You will not feel pain. You will not notice any difference until that one fall happens and everything changes for good. Your body can no longer support you, and the independent life you worked so hard to preserve could be taken away, all because of one habit that seemed completely harmless. 2. Vitamin B6. Unlike other vitamins often taken to support general health, vitamin B6 tends to show up in more active forms like brain boosters, energy enhancers, mood stabilizers, and even sleep aids. Because it is associated with mental clarity and cognitive support, many people take B6 daily as part of their routine to stay sharp. But very few realize that taking high doses of vitamin B6 over an extended period can pose a serious threat to the peripheral nervous system, especially in the legs and feet, which are crucial for both movement and sensation. When consumed above the safe limit, typically around 100 milligrams per day, vitamin B6 stops being just a metabolic helper. Instead, it begins to interfere with nerve signaling, quietly damaging your peripheral nerves in a serious way. At first, you might just notice a tingling in your toes or a strange sensation when your feet touch the floor. Over time, Your feet may start to feel foreign, as if they no longer fully belong to you. Each step becomes a question. Can I keep my balance? Will I miss a step on the stairs? These symptoms are often blamed on aging, poor circulation, or lack of physical activity. But in truth, they may be the direct result of long-term vitamin B6 overload. Unlike most water-soluble vitamins that are easily flushed out, B6 can accumulate to levels that physically damage the nervous system. And the worst part is, sometimes that damage is permanent, even after you stop taking the supplement. Once your nerves are damaged, the consequences go beyond just numbness. It directly affects your ability to walk, balance, and move with confidence. The fear of falling is not just in your head. It is your body warning you that your legs are no longer fully dependable. And then, what used to be a healthy habit, taking a vitamin every morning to feel more awake, turns out to be the very thing that's stealing your strength with every step. 3. Vitamin C. To many people, vitamin C has always been the safe friend. It is associated with boosting immunity, preventing colds, and is often seen as a vitamin that cannot possibly cause harm. Take as much as you want. Because of that belief, a lot of older adults continue to take high doses of vitamin C for years, through fizzy tablets, capsules, powders, or multivitamins with extra content. But this seemingly harmless habit can lead to consequences that few people ever expect, and could even be the hidden reason behind your declining mobility. Yes, vitamin C is water-soluble, but that does not mean it is unlimited. When taken in high doses for long periods, your body has to work harder to flush it out continuously. In doing so, it disrupts the body's internal electrolyte balance. You may not notice it right away, but the symptoms creep in slowly. Aching knees, sore calves, stiffness in your legs when you wake up. Worse, the excess acidity from high doses of vitamin C can crystallize in your kidneys, forming stones, which can lead to pain, burning sensations, or even a decline in kidney function, an organ that is already more fragile with age. When your legs feel stiff, hard to move, or ache after walking, it is easy to chalk it up to just getting older. But if you are taking high-dose vitamin C daily, this could be your body signaling that you have crossed the safety threshold. And if you do not stop in time, that friendly vitamin might suddenly turn against you, damaging the very thing you need to protect most, your freedom to move. The solution is actually very simple. Instead of relying on pills, choose natural sources of vitamin C, like oranges, grapefruits, strawberries, kiwis, kale, or bell peppers. Not only do these foods provide the right amount your body needs, they also come with compounds that help absorption and reduce the strain on your liver and kidneys. Sometimes, simplicity is the smartest choice, and sometimes, the right move is not to take more, but to stop at the right time. 4. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is probably the most commonly recommended vitamin in recent years, especially for older adults. Phrases like, "take it daily for strong bones and muscles," have practically become a standard, leading many people to believe that the more vitamin D, the better. But here's the hidden danger that almost no one talks about: vitamin D toxicity, also known as too much of a good thing. When there is too much vitamin D in your system, it does not just get flushed out like other vitamins. Instead, it causes your body to absorb too much calcium into the bloodstream, leading to calcium imbalance throughout the body. This excess calcium can settle in places it does not belong and bring about very real consequences: muscle aches, leg cramps, heaviness in your limbs, and poor mobility. These symptoms are often subtle and easy to overlook or confuse with natural aging, but in reality, they are your body's way of telling you it is not happy with the overload of vitamin D. What makes this even more concerning is that many older adults were not even deficient in vitamin D to begin with, but they still take supplements every day out of fear because others are doing it, or simply out of habit. What they do not realize is that this overuse can raise blood vitamin D levels to abnormal heights. far beyond what the body actually needs, and end up causing harm to the musculoskeletal system, the very foundation of movement and balance. The solution is not to cut it out entirely, but to take it correctly and with understanding. Before taking another vitamin D pill, start by getting a blood test to see if your body actually needs it. If your levels are already sufficient, choose natural ways to get vitamin D, through gentle morning sunlight or from foods like salmon, egg yolks, and mushrooms. Simple lifestyle adjustments can help you stay strong without depending on morning and night pills every single day. 5. Vitamin E. Vitamin E has long been called the anti-aging miracle. With its reputation for slowing down oxidation, supporting heart health, and keeping skin firm, it quickly became a staple in many medicine cabinets for older adults. People believe that taking vitamin E every day is a simple way to stay vibrant, prevent illness, and extend their life. But the truth is not always as pretty as the label makes it sound. What most people do not realize is that this seemingly harmless vitamin could quietly be weakening your body's ability to move, especially your legs. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin. That means it does not get eliminated from your system like water-soluble ones. Instead, it builds up in the liver, in fat tissue, and in your soft tissues, especially when taken in high doses for a long time. And when the amount in your body exceeds the safe limit, it starts interfering with your neuromuscular function, reducing strength and stability in the major muscle groups of your hips and thighs, the very muscles you rely on to stand up straight, walk, and keep your balance. The early signs are subtle: struggling to stand up, feeling off balance when turning quickly, tired legs after walking through the grocery store, things you might chalk up to simply getting older. But if you do not catch it early, this muscle weakness will continue quietly, making each step feel more uncertain and making your legs feel like they no longer fully obey your commands. Your risk of falling increases. And for older adults, even one fall can become a life-altering event. It does not stop there. Vitamin E also has a blood-thinning effect, which can be especially dangerous if you are already taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin or aspirin. This combination increases the risk of internal bleeding, severe bruising, or even strokes due to loss of vascular control. When your blood clots less easily and your body is more prone to falls, the risks double, and the damage can be serious. What makes it even more dangerous is how silently it happens. There are no warning bells, no obvious symptoms, and while you are taking that daily vitamin E pill hoping to stay youthful, your legs, your foundation of independence, are slowly getting weaker. This is the moment to ask yourself, am I really supporting my health or unintentionally undermining my strength? At some point, taking a few pills or vitamins every morning becomes part of a daily ritual. You reach for the bottle almost without thinking, as if popping those pills is your way of feeling secure, feeling like you are doing something for your health. But have you ever really stopped to ask, what am I taking? And why am I taking it every single day? The answer often does not come from your body's needs, but from habit, from fear, from watching others, or simply from never reevaluating. Many older adults keep taking vitamins not because their bodies are asking for them, but because they are afraid to stop. But your body does not function based on peace of mind. It functions on receiving the right nutrients, at the right time, and in the right amount. True health is not measured by how many pills you take, but by how well you listen and respond to what your body actually needs. The human body changes with time, and what may have been essential at age 40 could become a burden at age 70. But very few people pause to update themselves, so the vitamins keep going in every day on autopilot, while your liver, your kidneys, your ability to absorb and metabolize are no longer what they used to be. It is time to take a moment to sit down and look closely at everything you are taking each day. Do not hesitate to bring that list to your doctor, and not just any doctor, but one who understands how your body changes with age. Ask for a detailed nutrient analysis, not just to find out if something is low or high, but to understand what dosage is right for you at this stage in your life. And during that conversation, be sure to ask one simple yet powerful question. Am I taking this because my body needs it, or because I am afraid to stop? That question could be the first step in shifting from mindless repetition to mindful choice. Finally, remember this: your body thrives on what is natural, a diet rich in vegetables, gentle movement, quality sleep, and a peaceful mind. Sometimes these are more effective than a cabinet full of expensive supplements. Because living well does not begin in your medicine drawer. It begins with awareness in the smallest things you do every single day. These 5 common vitamins may seem familiar, but they carry risks that should not be ignored. What we think is nourishing could be quietly making our knees weaker, our legs heavier, and slowly robbing us of our precious independence. But recognizing that today is the first step in protecting what matters most: your autonomy, your clarity, and your trust in your own body. We do not just want to live long, we want to live right. Aging should not be a journey of repeating old habits, but a return to what truly matters: listening to your body, acting with understanding, and making conscious choices. If you have discovered something valuable for yourself after watching this video, leave a comment as a gentle but meaningful commitment. I choose to live mindfully every day. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to continue walking this journey of health with me. Not just for your body, but for your soul. Wishing you a peaceful life, steady steps, and an endless stream of positive energy from within. See you in the next video.